Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I have Nissan Qashqai Plus 2 2013. The car has come with the symptom of that the wipers, front windscreen wipers are operating itself. As you can see now, they have stopped at the middle of the front windscreen while the wiper operating switch is off. As you can see, this is now on intermittent mode, and as you can see, they have just moving and not not affected by the switch operation. As you can see now, they have stopped in the middle of the front windscreen, and the switch position is still on intermittent position. So now I'm going to bring it to a fast position. As you can see, when I brought on fast position, and now they are moving itself. As you can see, the engine is running, so it means that the ignition is on. The ignition is in run position, engine run position. As you can see now, the switch is on a fast position, but the wiper is not moving at all. Now I'm going to move the this is now on intermittent position, and now the switch is on completely rest position, so off position. As you can see, the wiper is moving. Now I'm going to wait and see. Now as you can see, they have stopped in the middle of the windscreen while I haven't touched the wiper operating switch or the toggle switch of the wiper operation switch. As you can see now, watch, now they start moving again. So now I'm going to go to diagnostic. I'm going to scan the vehicle and see that I'm going to body control. Let me move that to a position that you are able to see. I'm not sure if you are able to see that or not. So I'm going to move the car to another direction that the camera, the screen of the scanner cannot be blurred. Okay, as you can see, I'm going to go to body control module and see what we have got in body control module. So I'm going to select wiper. So I'm going to read fault code. So as you can see, no fault code, but here you see that the wipers operating itself. So now I'm going to go back, press OK. So now I'm going to go to live data and see what is going on live data. So I'm going to select the relevant items. So front wiper, so front wiper low speed, front wiper high speed, ignition. So vehicle speed is 0 anyway. So I have selected this. As you can see now, front wiper switch is off and the wiper is operating. As you can see, the switch is off. Let me bring both at the same time. Now as you can see, the wipers are stopped at the middle of the windscreen, and as you can see, so front wiper switch is still off, front wiper intermittent switch is still off, but they started to. You might be able to see in the scanner shadow of the front windscreen on the scanner. So as you can see, front wiper low speed off, front wiper high speed off, ignition switch on, which the engine is running, ignition on, switch on, and as you can see, wiper is running but all switch and everything is off, as you can see. So now I'm going to move this is the wiper operating switches right now on rest or off position, so I'm going to bring that to a lower or intermittent position. So as you can see now, front wiper intermittent switch has activated, and now the mode has changed from off to on. And let me see if the wiper is operating according to the wiper switch on intermittent position. So I don't think when the, as you can see, it's not coordinating, or the wipers are not obeying the intermittent switch command. So as you can see now, they are stopped in the middle of the windscreen. The wipers are stopped in the middle of the windscreen, and as you can see, the front wiper intermittent switch is on. So now I'm going to bring the front wiper low speed. So as you can see now it's on. Now I'm going to bring that to low speed here, but as you can see, no action was taken by the wiper arm when I brought the switch to low speed position. And as you can see, let me see, front wiper low speed is low speed. Which one is low speed? Let me, front wiper low speed is on. As you can see now it's on, and now they have stopped again. So now I'm going to bring the wiper switch position to front wiper high speed. So I'm going to bring that to high speed. So 1, 2, this is high speed. As you can see now it's operating on high speed. So and also here we have got front wiper high speed, and now as you can see, the front wiper high speed is still on. The wiper operating switch is still at the high speed position, but they are stopped, as you can see. Now they have stopped again. So scanner did not help us. No fault code. Live data is not showing any because when. So now I'm going to move that back to rest position or off position. So here on the scanner everything is normal, but it says everything is front wiper intermittent is on. I think it's still, yeah, it was still on intermittent. As you can see now everything is off. Let me show you. Front wiper switch is off, front wiper intermittent position is off, front wiper low speed position is off, front wiper high speed position is off, but still the wiper is moving across the windscreen while everything is off. And now they have stopped here. So the scanner did not help me. So now I'm going to check manually that where the power is coming from to the wiper motor, or what causes the wiper motor to operate while everything is off. As you can see, everything is off. So everything is off. No one has touching the wiper operating switch. As you can see, now they started moving itself again. Now they have stopped again. So let us diagnose this together. Okay, now I have removed the wiper arms and the wiper arm cover, this windshield cover, or this this cover. I have forgotten the name. What is it called? So here, as you can see, this is pen 1, which the yellow scope lead is connected to, and the second one is pen 2, and also this one is connected to so channel 2, and the third one is empty here, as you can see. So the third pen is empty, blank, and the fourth is this blue one, and also on the scope also blue trace, and the fifth one is the red one, and on the scanner here is the fourth and the last one. So I have disconnected, and also as you can see, the motor has recently been changed. It's a new motor, and also I was told that the BCM or body control module was also changed, but there was no any different in the operation of the wiper. So channel 2 here on the monitor here is going to be green color here, this one. So we are going to observe this as green color. So pen 1 is yellow or channel 1, pen 2 is green on the wiper motor connector here, channel 2 or pen 2. 3 is empty, but instead we have connected fourth is going to be the blue one, and fifth pen on the wiper motor connector is going to be red. So pen 1, pen 2, pen 3 is empty, and pen 4 is this blue color, and pen 5. So here I'm going to show you. So this is connected to pen 1, and this is going to be showing up as green trace on the scope on the monitor, and this is going to be pen 2. So pen 3 is empty here as you can see. So pen 3 is empty, blank. So this is going to be on pen 4, which is this one as you can see, and this is going to be show up on trace 3 on the scope meter, but the actually pen number is pen 4 on the wiper motor. So this is going to show on the scope meter, this one. So this is going to show channel 3 on the scope meter, or a blue color trace, but this is actually on the wiper motor number 4, pen number 4, and this is going to be pen number 5, but actually on the scope meter it's going to be red color and channel 4 here, as you can see now. Let me that explain to you once again. So this is pen 1, pen 2, pen 4 and pen 5 on the wiper motor. So now ignition was on. Now I have turned the ignition off, and now I'm going to turn the ignition on. So as you can see, I have turned the ignition on, and here I'm going to show you as the pen 1, which is yellow color trace on the scope meter, which is 0, and pen 2, which is green color trace on the scope meter, and pen 2 on the wiper motor connector. This is all the time, as you can see, 11.63. So we have got some event taking place on pen 4 and channel 3 on this one. On this one, pen 4, this one, and here this is going to be pen 3, channel 3. So as you can see, the ignition is on now. So if you watch channel 3 or pen 4 on the wiper motor, now it has returned to 0 volt. If we stay momentarily, this is going to jump up back to battery or source voltage. So wait for a minute. As you can see, it has jumped to 11.86. It means that pen 4 supplies 12 volts to the wiper motor, and it has returned back to 0. And I think this is going to be the ground wire all the time. Let me explain. Okay, this is going to be ground wire all the time, and we have got problem here, but we don't know what commands this one to turn or to supply 12 volt to the wiper motor. And also we are going to find out that where this wire is connected to. So this is pen number 2. I think it's all the time battery voltage or source voltage, but this one, as you can see, so when this voltage, pen number 4 voltage, jumps to 12 or source voltage, the wiper motor going start working, so the wiper motor is operating. So as soon as this one is 0, the wiper motor is also not working. So we are going to find out, so what causes this, or what triggers this one to supply 12 volt voltage to the wiper motor, and that keeps going the wiper motor running or operating. So as you can see right now, so I'm going to bring all 4 channels within the camera screen. So as you can see, pen 2 is permanently source voltage, and pen 4, which is the blue color, and momentarily 0 going to 0 back jumps up to 12 volts. So now it's going to be okay, as you can see, wait momentarily, now it's 0. The wiper motor is also stopped, non-operational. Now as you can see, it has jumped to battery or source voltage, and the wiper motor is going to start operating. Now I'm going to disconnect all back probe in case that causes shortage within the connector. Just I'm going to leave just pen probe on pin number 4. So I'm going to disconnect this one too. This is the earth or ground wire. This is on number 4. I'm going to disconnect number 2, and also I'm going to disconnect number 1 as well. So now only pin number 4 is left on the scope meter, and then let me check whether it's still doing the same thing or now it has returned to 0. See, watch. Yeah, it's still doing the same thing. As you can see, channel 3 or trace number 3 on the scope, it has jumped, now has returned back to 0. So I'm going to trace this wire, and I'm going to find out where this wire is connected to. This I'm not sure what color is this. Yellow, I think it's yellow. Yeah, it's yellow color. If I go to live data and main signal, go to main signal. So here, as you can see, look at the wiper protection. Now it's blocked. Momentarily, if we wait, and then that's going to change the status of the wiper. As you can see now, changes to off. Wiper automatic stop. Next, here, just one condition is changing. Right fog off. Motor fan frequency, just this one, as you can see. So I'm going to select this front wiper, request front, and okay, if I turn this to intermittent, and the status, so as you can see, as soon as it blocks the top line, and the bottom line goes to stop. So now to low, and the top line is off, and it goes back to block. So I'm going, I think this is going to be the problem within the body control module. So let me try another scanner. So now so watch, this is right now blocked, and we have got the now, as you can see, it has returned to 11.1, the channel 3, and here we have got this off, so now block, and that one has returned back to 0. So let me show you there, just you will be able to see. Okay, as you can see, the wiper motor protection is blocked now, and also the voltage. Now, as you can see, the wiper motor protection is off, and also the voltage has gone to 11.45. And let me, this time when the voltage has gone up, I'm going to show you the wiper operation, the wiper motor operation. As you can see, it's still blocked, yeah. And as you can see, the wiper is operating when this protection is off. So yeah, when it blocks, the wiper motor stops and this has returned to zero. Okay, changes we have got now on the front windscreen wiper motor circuit is that, as you can see now, the ignition is on and the wiper front wiper motor operating stock is in off position. So here we used to have every 20 seconds later a signal sent to this here, as you can see. Let me show you that here. So I'm going to touch, so the wiper motor switch is on off position, so I'm going to touch this little bit. As you can see, the IP DM module sends signal as soon as it sees the circuit is abnormal. So look, and then it starts operating, as you can see. So now it's normal, because yesterday when I was showing you that every 20 seconds there was signal or 12 volt voltage coming from the IPDM module to the pin number 4 here, to the connector pin number 4, and that causes the motor to operate randomly. So as you can see, when I press a little bit, look, and as you can see, the voltage jumps to 11. So whenever you confronted this problem, because this is and also I'm going to show you another note. That's not for J10, but that's it's not for J10, but it's for J11, but that's going to be a good information. This is very, very useful, but this information does not apply to J10. This is for J11, as you can see here, J11, Nissan Qashqai. The one which I'm working on is J10. So here it says, according to front wiper protection function, IPDM ER supplies voltage for 10 seconds, 9 to 16 volt, and then because this part was not printing when I was trying to print this out, but then I added myself to it, and so copied from the genuine note and then added to it as well myself. So it says for 10 seconds 9 to 16 volt, and then stops for 20 seconds 0 to 1 volt. This operation occurs repeatedly. So when there is a circuit abnormal, you will see this type of operation all the time, so as long as the ignition is on. But I'm not sure that what type of the problem is, whether which circuit is shorted, because that's inside the wiper motor. So that's inside this wiper motor. I cannot work out that what the problem is, but the problem is detected by IPDEM, and then it send this signal. If you see again, this is going to be the last time that I'm going to show you. Look, stopped. If I press a little bit this one, stopped again. The IPDM may detect open circuit, short circuit, high resistance, low resistance, I don't know, but as soon as the problem occurs and the IPDM sends 12 volt signal to pin number 4. So if you look at the text here, check wiper motor low output voltage, it says turn ignition switch off, disconnect front wiper motor connector, turn ignition switch on, turn front wiper switch to low and wait for 10 seconds, check voltage between front wiper motor. So I think looking at this and here, just 1 second, here that says according to front wiper protection function IPDM ER supplies voltage for 10 seconds 9 to 16 valve and then stops for 20 seconds. So I think let me go back to the engine compartment of the car. So I think the IPDIC open circuit here, as you can see. So the test light is connected to pin 4. As you can see, it sends every 20 second signal to pin 4 for a period of 10 seconds. So when the IPDMC open circuit, I think this is no good. There will be an open circuit. As you can see now, the IPDM has sent 12 volt voltage to pin 4 at the wiper motor connector, and now it has gone off, and that's going to be off for 20 seconds, and then it's going to be turn on for 10 seconds. Or maybe because the technical data I have used was for J11, so this is J10. There might be a little bit different, but anyway, this is, they are both very close. So as you can see, so let me 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So it's exactly from 25 to 43 seconds it's turned on back. So this is the problem. So before previously I said that I'm not sure that the IPDM wet condition detects, then start doing this. So now I have reached to an opinion, in my opinion, because the IPDM see open circuit, because now its connector is out or disconnected from wiper motor, and the signal is coming for the period of 10 seconds every 20 seconds approximately. Okay, this time, as you can see, I have breach the wiper motor circuit, and now I'm going to exactly found that what causes which of this pin causes the wiper motor to be operated while the wiper motor switch, operating switch or stock was at off position. As you can see, it's right now at off position, and I'm going to turn the ignition on. So ignition is on right now, and this is not operating. So once again, I'm not sure because I haven't got the wiring diagram for this one. So where this pin is connected, this is pin number 5, and this is pin number 4, which is driven by the IPDM, so intelligent power distributor module, this one. And this is actually all the time 12 volt, and it's a bias voltage or the circuit or system monitoring circuit, which monitor the circuit for the for setting the treble code or for onboard diagnose system, this one. So actually I'm going to prove to you that right now, because this is very low quality and the pens are too thin that cannot touch this pins here when it's connected. So now the ignition is on, and as you can see everything is normal, and the wiper motor operating switch is on off position. So I'm going to just disconnect. This is the on board. Can you see that it's operating? And I'm going to show you that if so as you can see, I'm going to show you that, as you can see, it's battery voltage, because the battery voltage is a bit low, and it's 12 volt. And I'm going to prove you that how this circuit is protected with the high resistance or high resistor in the circuit. So this is the test light connected to the battery negative, and so as you can see we have got 11.91 volt, and I'm going to touch the test light here. As you can see, the test light is not lighting, and the voltage has gone to 0. So as you can see, it has gone to 0. See, and now as soon as if you can see that the wiper arm is moving, let me show you from this angle. So now it's 20-second pausing time or rest time, and then it's going to be activated for 10 seconds again, while the 20-second time elapses. As you can see, it's activated again. I'm going to ground this wire. As you can see, the wiper motor stopped. When I ground this one, the wiper motor stopped, and the voltage has returned to 0. So that was causes because this is the circuit observing or monitoring wire. So when I put the connector in, so the male connector here inside the female connector here was not touching the connector, so the connectors inside the contacts were not touching each other. So that's it was making the problem. As you can see now, let me, and also we have here 12 volt, but that's a 12 volt which cannot lead or cannot light the test light. As you can see, it's 11.83, and now I'm going to touch the light, the test light here. No, nothing is happening. But as soon as this is grounding and the wiper motor arm stops working, see? So now I have finally diagnosed this problem. That was because this wire, this circuit, the orange color, which is all the time 12 volts, and that's this one is monitoring the wiper system circuit, and it has very high resistance, approximately let me check that if I can find out how much current can flow through this. Let me put that in. So now, as you can see, And also I'm going to operate right now that now every position of the wiper motor switch is working properly. Now it's on off position. So let me show you that it has, so off position, O2 position, low position, then high position. So I'm going to operate two position, which is low and high, because the O2 when there is a rain detected by the rain sensor, so then the O2 will be activated. So I'm going to move that to low. Now it's on O2, now it's on low. As you can see, the wiper is working normally, it's on low. The wiper motor or the wiper motor switch stock on low position. As you can see, it's working normally. So this is that, and now I'm going to bring that to high position, high operating position. So wiper on high operating position. So I have brought the switch to high operating position. So as you can see, now it's operating. But let me disconnect the monitoring circuit here from here. So I'm going to disconnect that. Okay, it's working now. As you can see, it's working. But now I'm going to bring that back to off position. So now it's on off position, and now I'm going to, so as you can see, the wiper motor is stopped, and now I'm going to bring that back to low position. And when I brought to low position, it's not working. As you can see, the wiper motor switch is at low operating switch, and it's not working. This one was activated because this was not activated by switch. This one was activated by this wire is disconnected. As you can see, it stopped himself. Now after 20 seconds it's going to be reactivated. So that was a good lesson for me too. But I was wondering when yesterday that which wire is actually on the circuit malfunctioning that causes this problem to operate all the time, as you can see. Okay, now I'm going to connect this temporarily, and now I'm going to see that how much current is going through this circuit. Okay, now this is connected. Now the wiper motor is operating at normal. It's now, as you can see, the wiper motor has detected the switch which is on low position, the wiper motor switch which is on low position. Let me know, it's not detected yet. I'm going to bring that. Now it's on off position. So that should rest now. As you can see, this should not move. What is going on? I think this is not touching. This one is not touching correctly. That's the reason. Now it's going to be all right. Okay, now I'm going to measure the amperage between this orange or the monitoring circuit, if I can. Okay, one thing to clarify, because I don't know whether what did I say before, because this circuit is alive when the ignition is to on position. So this circuit, this wire, this circuit is alive, this one, when the ignition is in on position. So now I'm going to measure. So I'm going to turn this on. So now making it 0, and now I'm going to clamp this. So As you can see, let me zero this again. Let's see. Okay, now I have zeroed the clamp meter, the amp inductive clamp meter. I'm going to turn the ignition on, but the ignition is still off, as you can see. Let me mount the camera here if I can. Okay, I have mounted the camera here. As you can see, I have clamped this circuit, and now I'm going to, so far the ignition is off. I'm going to turn the ignition on. So ignition is on. As you can see, very tiny, so only 13 milliamps current can go through this circuit, because this light uses 129 milliamps to light, and this is too low, so that even if you directly short to ground this wire, this circuit, and that will not occur any damage to the circuit. So as you can see, and so now I'm going to turn the ignition off. So I'm going to turn the ignition off. The ignition is off, and see, we still have, the circuit is still alive. We still have, as you can see now, it has fallen. Actually, it's not using 13 amps. It's using only 2 milliamps. It's not using 13 milliamps. It's using just yeah, just using 3 milliamps or something like that. Let me put that to 0 again. Oh, now I have got, actually I was selected, I had selected EC clamp. Now it has returned to DC. Now as you can see, it's 0. Now I'm going to turn the ignition on, and you observe, because previously the clamp, the amp clamp was on EC mode. Now it's on DC mode. So as you can see, tiny so approximate, now it's 0. I'm going to turn the ignition on. As you can see, only 47 milliamp current is used by this circuit. So this light is 129 milliamps to light, and this one is using 44 milliamps. So even if I directly short this to ground, it's not going to make any damage to the circuit. So that was today, and the ignition is on. So I'm going to disconnect this. Okay, as you can see, as soon as this one disconnect, it's moving, the arm is moving, and now this male pin contact has stabilized with the female contact, and then it's not moving at all. Now yeah, now sometime if you see, there is slight movement. So let me show you that. See, slight movement, because this male contact inside the female contact is loose. So anyway, I have diagnosed the problem. So now there are two ways just to probably I will go for replacing the motor, because this is very, very low quality, and that's going to repair to rectify the problem. And also this circuit has proved that the ECU, or the onboard diagnostic system, monitor the current flow through the circuit, because as you saw, even if this is disconnected, if I ground this connector to the ground and the symptom has gone out, or the symptom goes away and this stop. Now I'm going to show you that as well. So I'm going to disconnect this. So 1 second. So as you can see, now the symptoms is occurring. So I'm going to ground this through the light. Just let me stop. The wiper motor operation has stopped, and I'm going to wait for 20 seconds until it starts again. Then I'm going to ground this, because I'm going to show you that it started. Now I'm going to ground this. As you can see, as soon as I grounded, this stops. I'm going to prove you that the onboard diagnostics system on the vehicle just monitoring the current flow through the circuit, because now the current is flowing to the negative side of the battery, and the ECU detects no fault. So I'm going to move that, and you see I'm going to move the test light away from the circuit. See, as soon as I have moved away that, and it start operating, so the malfunction is detected through the onboard diagnostic system. So I'm going to ground the circuit again. As you can see, it stopped. So break the circuit, start, ground, stop. So another improvement that I have shown you, that the onboard diagnostic system for this vehicle, for Nissan Qashqai up to 2013, monitoring the wiper motor circuit, is just to monitor this wire, number 2 orange color wire, circuit current flow. And thanks for watching.